Hey everybody, it's Zach Baxter with the Knights of the Drunk Watch. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrew.
Crystal.
Kate.
And we just finished watching episode 2 of American Horror Story, and we're here to review or talk about what all went down. So let's raise our glasses, and let's say, Andrew?
We are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk begins. Very good, everybody. That's
All
great.
right.
All right, so episode 2.
Don't be afraid of the dark.
Don't be afraid of the dark. There's a lot of dark scenes.
A lot of dark scenes.
I think they gave us what we wanted for
We were
that part.
afraid, so we failed.
Take it away, Kate.
All right, so the first one, we get introduced to the neighbors. So these new people have moved into the Chang's house like 2 days after they got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And we see them moving a lot of blue barrels into their house.
Yeah.
We also find out that they're beekeepers. They also happen to be witnesses on a newsreel that we see of Kai getting, running for mayor or whatever.
He gets beat up.
Yeah,
They witnessed the attack.
They witnessed the attack.
And, yeah.
Yes, but they were witnesses on the newsreel. And then they're the neighbors. So, but they're very strange. They're very open.
One's gay.
He's gay.
He's gay.
One's a
and
cancer
married his
survivor.
high school friend because they're 35 and single.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is
And she can't stand to be touched.
Billy
because
Eichner.
Billy Eichner.
Skin cancer.
Because she had skin cancer, so she doesn't like to be touched.
So I think for me the strangest thing was they said we watched the news and saw the house and pounced on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a strange. Like they don't tell you, oh, this murder happened at 1601 Blueberry Street.
No, they don't. Yeah.
They had to look for there was some investigating on. I feel like there was some investigating on their part to find
yes
that house.
And no. I mean, in terms of the grand scheme of these people saw it on the news, they went find that house, we can get it for cheap. But the thing is they're part of the cult.
Yes.
They knew where that house
was.
was.
We're assuming they're part of the cult.
Yes.
Well, if we're going off of because we've seen a lot of stuff about hive minds, and he's a beekeeper, and he talks about how the hive is this perfect thing, and they all commit 100%, and they never question, they never worry about themselves. Yeah. So it's a perfect community, which is crazy town, but
also, if they were part of the cult, they may have committed the murder, which means they've been to the house already.
Right.
Yes.
They could be part of the clown team.
Also, it's odd that the clowns could be in her house because they're right across the street now.
Yeah. And they're also oddly they seem oddly affiliated because they're kind of lesbians will raise it up, and you're they're not very good at being, even though they're so open, they're very oddly blunt and rude, and they have a bunch of guns.
Yes.
But they're liberals, they align themselves.
Are they though?
But they were worried that Obama was going to take their guns away.
I don't think we really could see a fine line between.
I think they just feel like they believed Obama was coming for guns, so they started hoarding guns. Yet they lesbians are good for the neighborhood, and one of you's handy, and so I think they're just quite frankly they're probably like most of America. It's people like guns and they like gays. I mean, it's not one or the other.
That is possible.
You like gays with guns? That's the thing.
Gays with guns? Does that scare you a little
bit? We have
bit?
gays with guns in this house.
Heyo.
I got more guns than you.
Yeah, you do. You have way more. So next nugget.
So next is kind of Allie's descent, essentially, because they're in the house and they get an alarm call. So for some reason, Ivy's like, "Oh, I'll go," and then the son's like, "No, don't." And so then other mom is like, "No, I'll go. That's fine. I don't like scary things, but I'll go to the murder restaurant. That's cool." And sure enough, there was a murder there. And so she decides to fortify the house. So she puts bars on all the windows and the doors. She gets a gun from the neighbor.
Yeah.
They bring the shrink around, and he's like, "All right, that's not great, but I can't tell anybody." Mm-hmm. So I think this is kind of us seeing her descent into complete agoraphobia.
Yeah.
I find the path though interesting because unless going back and rewatching it later, is there a manipulation there? She's like, "Oh, the alarm went off. I'll go." Could she have predicted that she would say, let me go. You never get to see our child. You can put him to bed. I'll go." Could she have predicted that? Or was it just fortuitous?
Wouldn't that mean that Ivy was part of the cult? Have we all agreed that Ivy's part of the cult?
if Ivy's part of the cult and this
Ivy's
is
gaslighting her, I'm 50-50 on her right now.
Okay, hang on. Y'all keep using that word. What the fuck does gaslighting mean?
By the way, off camera, or in your microphone, because this is a podcast, is Mark, who wasn't here tonight, but he showed up and he's here now.
So it's essentially like just doing little subtle things to set people off. And they don't really know that it's happening.
It's mind screwing.
It's convincing them that something's happening that really isn't happening.
Okay.
To make them go crazy.
Right. The point is to, and then I feel like the other part is to cast them off as, you're just thinking, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're just seeing things. Yeah.
But what it is you've been creating things for them to see and then making it look like it never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, I feel like the reason I say that because I feel like it's working for Allie. She's starting to rationalize. Well, the election happened, so the world's gone to hell.
Yes.
So I guess it's no wonder that there's clowns everywhere, or that these bad things are happening.
Yeah.
So it's not me. I'm acting rational because there are bad things happening.
Yeah, the fact that she managed,
someone is murdered, so she's
justifying in her
justifying,
phobias,
which is not great.
No,
but I think it's what the cult, if they are gaslighting her, it's what you want
that's what they want.
do.
Yeah,
because she's getting desensitized to all these different things.
And we also get that interaction between her and Kai, of he comes to the door, which it started out and seemed to make
benign
sense between everything, or even if it wasn't benign, it made sense. But then his spiral down into all of the classic "let me into your house."
All the "I have candy, little girl," or
can I use your phone? Clearly, I'm injured. My car broke down. It's hot outside. Can I get a he used all of them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he was obviously saying them on purpose because he wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't like he wasn't getting in. He knew that.
But it also and this goes to our next one of Winter. Why is she still there? Why are they still they keep being you let her next door, you let her next door again, you let her with the neighbors, you left her alone.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, this is me thinking as maybe this is why I don't have a partner. Do you think Winter possibly is thinking if there's another woman in the house, maybe
they're more comfortable?
There'll be some possible relationship tension that may, I don't know, come to the surface?
Help with the gaslighting?
That, or just as a relationship, Well, either
that, or if Ivy is part of the cult already, and Winter is part of the cult already, it could be they're double teaming.
Right,
Allie
there's that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I think Ivy is part of the cult.
I'm not
I think so.
Like I said, I'm 50-50.
Well, she keeps telling her wife, "Are you insane? Something wrong with you? You're crazy." Hello, your wife is not mentally stable. You know this. You know she's taking medication. You don't tell somebody on medication. Right. Why are you acting so crazy, Kate?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
No.
Are you seeing? Yes. So that's why I think she's just she's the worst. Ivy's the worst wife, I think, in the history of wives.
I'm not gonna say that.
I think Skylar on
episode 2.
Skylar on Breaking Bad, I think, was number 1.
Worse.
Ivy's number 2.
Yeah,
she's not very supportive.
I don't know.
Why would she let her go to the restaurant? Your wife is super fragile. Period. You know she's super fragile.
What you doing?
Why would you let your super fragile wife?
For the podcast, there's a cat in the frame now.
Now there is
a nice, pretty little black fluffy cat.
Rob.
Why would you let your triggered wife go to a check security? That doesn't make any sense.
So I'm 75-25.
I don't know what's going on.
We're laughing because a hatchet was just thrown at someone's crotch on TV.
Well, not real. A wooden crotch.
Anyway. And then we also have the weird, Winter. She's definitely manipulating. And
yes, I agree.
I kind of want to talk about and we talked about this a little bit, why are we targeting Allison? Because, if Kai is manipulating Winter to manipulate the house.
Well, but is Kai manipulating Winter, or is she part of his cult? I mean,
but if she's part of his cult, he's manipulating her. If it's his cult, then yes.
Right.
But, like, I guess, you know, whoever is doing the leading, why are we... Unless it's, I guess, because Ivy is in it and she wants her wife to be in it too?
Either that I think or, like, because Allie is vulnerable right now. And when you're vulnerable, you're more susceptible to certain things.
No, it's more than that. Like I told Andrew before... I do believe this. If those clowns wanted to kill Allie, they would have done it at the grocery store. Oh,
absolutely.
They are not trying to kill her. They're trying to scare her because she even said, how do they know all my phobias? They have holes. They have all these things. They know. It's like they know what I'm scared of. So that's proof that they're just either trying to... I think they're trying to desensitize her. I think maybe Kai convinced Ivy that he can cure her of this fear by just oversaturating her with her and proving that she can survive.
So makes sense. This is the thing that I'm beginning to think, you know.
Or it could be the doctor saying...
The more that we talk about, like, being part of the cult, trying to make her part of the cult, blah, 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 makes... The more I think... To me to think about, the more I think of the Stepford Wives.
Uh-huh.
And so, maybe it's kind of like a Stepford Wives thing. It's like you have members of the cult, like Kai or Ivy or Billy Eichner, and then you take their partner and you, like, you know, don't make them into a robot, but you, like, so they're programming Allie to not to be a member of the cult, but to be Ivy's ideal.
To be an enabler.
Right.
You're not going to report us. You're not going to turn us in.
But she's going to be ideal.
Right.
You know, she's going to be her
but
ideal.
But not an active participant in what they do. Okay, so, I can see that.
So this whole thing is scaring the crap out of her to where it programs her to behave in a certain way. And that, you know, it may be that this cult is spread out all through this Michigan town, and they're trying to, like, slowly take over the town.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the undesirables and populating the town with
bees
cult.
With bees.
Bee cult. Okay, so the last thing is, and the last kind of scene or the exciting part of the show.
You got 2 minutes.
After the lady time in the bathtub with Winter and Allison, the alarm goes off, the lights go out, and we have scary time.
She dropped her bean down there. Is what happened.
Yeah.
Is
that what that was?
She was looking for her bean, her magic bean.
She found someone else.
She found magic beans.
But yeah, so the lights go out. Billy Eichner shows up and he's like, "Oh, it's across 11 states. It's terrorism. Have my bee candles.
This
Stay
is so
in your
scary.
house."
Through the window. I thought that was so weird.
Yeah. And then Winter's like, "Peace out. I got my clay ceramics at home. I don't want to lose those." And she leaves.
They could have been figurines.
Whatever. And then all of the windows are still unlocked and the doors are
unlocked. The doors were unlocked because she went out locking everything.
But the thing is all that is behind bars, so...
Yes.
Still.
Do you need to lock your window when you have burglar bars in front of it?
Shelby does. Yeah.
Who's Shelby?
You know who Shelby is. But, and then, like, the alarm doesn't work,
God,
the wires are cut.
Ever.
Yeah.
And then Scary Clown shows up.
Yeah.
And then more Scary Clowns.
And then, at the very end, we forget, full circle, she shoots Pedro bringing the box of supplies.
Yeah. Because Ivy had sent Pedro to the house for some reason.
Which I don't understand why.
Ivy's excuse was that she has to be at the restaurant to get the generator up so they don't lose a whole other meat locker.
Right, like they did last night.
They lost a meat locker to being a murder scene.
The week before,
or whenever the murder was.
Who got murdered there?
Oh, someone that we
met
in this episode.
Yeah.
And so she reorders everything and takes a second mortgage on the house to do it, she said.
Yes.
Well, maybe it was just a phrase, but she spent a lot of money to get all new meat, and if you can't get the cooler running, you lose it.
Supposedly, we don't know. Well, I don't understand it. If she is part of the cult, why would the cult make her buy a whole new meat locker? That seems pretty shitty for a cult.
Maybe it's part of her initiation.
Well, but maybe maybe it is a phrase. Oh, I had to take a second mortgage because really the cult has plenty of money.
Oh, okay.
Because also what they want to get rid of is people
evidence.
like Pedro.
Oh, and Pedro. Yeah.
Pedro works at the restaurant.
That's true.
So
okay, well that's our time. Last remarks, Andrew?
Well, I was just saying, so they can't just be at the restaurant with the lights shining bright and pretending over the phone because there are people at the restaurant who aren't part of the cult.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I think just the big question now is who is part of the cult and what is the cult doing? So basically the entire point of the show is what's still going on.
I think that's fair.
That's fair. I like it.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
Allie is not part of the cult. Any cult.
No.
Zero.
No.
Not a
He
member.
is a cult of
Not
one.
yet, anyways.
Oh, God. All right, so we are the Zach Baxter channel. You're on the Zach Baxter. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm Zach Baxter.
We are Zach Baxter.
We are the Knights of the Drunk Watch. And let's
you are on.
So make sure to go, if you like this content, make sure to subscribe. Go to our go to our YouTube page and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment in the sections below for the horror returns. If you're listening to this on their podcast, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment in our section. Go to our Patreon, give us $1, make this content continue as long as we can. That's all I got to say. Let's raise our glass.
So we are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk has ended. Good night, everybody. See you next Tuesday. Bye.